Hey everybody, it's Mr. Automatic, and we have on the second video we've got a photo album. It's a Cincinnati Redlegs book from 1956. You could actually purchase the book at SOHIO stations in 1956, and let me show you what's in the book. As you open it up, you'll see there is Ted Kluszewski, and he was the Reds first baseman and hit 40 home runs 3 or 4 years in a row. On the next page is second baseman Johnny Temple, and Johnny Temple was a great second baseman and an all-star a couple of different times with the Reds. And as you turn the page, you'll see on the next page we've got Roy McMillan, who is a popular shortstop for the Reds in the 50s, won a couple of Gold Gloves and then got traded to the Milwaukee Braves. If you look on the next page beside Roy McMillan, we have right fielder Frank Robinson. And if you know a little about baseball, you'll know that Frank Robinson is a Baseball Hall of Famer. He's got 585 home runs, and he is a very popular player. He was traded to the Orioles in 1965 after the end of the season, and it was not a good trade for the Reds, but a really good one for the Orioles. He won the Triple Crown the next year. Then we have Gus Bell. He is the center fielder for the Reds, and he hit over 30 home runs a couple of different times for the Reds, and also he was a part of the outfield that shows the next page with Wally Post. So they had Frank Robinson, Wally Post, and Gus Bell in the outfield, and all those guys hit over 30 home runs apiece. In fact, that whole team hit 221 home runs, and they set a record in the National League at that time. Then you look over, we have the pitching staff with Joe Nuxall, and Joe Nuxall was a longtime pitcher for the Reds and also a longtime broadcaster, and he was with the Reds for over 60 years and appeared in his first game at the age of 15. On the next page is Johnny Klipstein, and his nickname was the Clipper. He probably wasn't the greatest pitcher of all time, but he had his moments where he would come in and they would need him to get somebody out, and he would do a good job at that. Then on the next page, we've got Hirsch Freeman, who was also a relief pitcher for the Reds in 1956, and he had a good season. And then on the next page is catcher Ed Bailey, who hit like 26 home runs that year for the Reds and played for the Reds for about 6-7 years and was also an all-star while he was with the Reds. And then we'll flip the page over and we have Smokey Burgess, who was also a catcher for the Reds, backup catcher, but Smokey was baseball's all-time pinch hit leader until it was broken in the 60s, and you don't hear much about Smokey Burgess anymore, but he was about a 280 lifetime hitter, really good hitter too. And then on the next page is how Jeff Coates started his career with the Cubs, and he started as an outfielder and then couldn't really hit the ball, so he became a pitcher, and he became a very successful pitcher with the Cubs, and then the Reds picked him up in a trade later in the 56 season. And then the last two pages we've got Brooks Lawrence and Warren Hacker, and these two guys were pitchers for the Reds. Brooks Lawrence won 19 games for the Reds in 1956. And Warren Hacker was a relief specialist for the Reds that year. And I'll show you the back cover of the book. And this is where you can purchase that at SOHIO gas stations. You don't see those very often anymore, but that is just another collection that we have, and this is about the Cincinnati Reds. Thanks for watching.